convince of people's anxiety to get back to work. That's a conversation that you have to have much closer to home with primarily your colleague, Minister Noonan. And I trust you will have that conversation with him and ask him to desist from insulting and condescending to people who find themselves out of work. That would be at least one constructive thing that you might do. Your comments set aside entirely the reality of people's lives, people on small fixed incomes, people for whom the quarterly payment of €65 that you cite is simply beyond their reach. And what is absolutely beyond me is the fact that you, as a Labour Party leader, and your colleagues on the Labour Party benches do not recognise that reality. €65 might seem like a small sum of money to all of us gathered here, but when you are stretching week on week and not meeting your bills, when your head is already below the water line, how on earth are you expected to get the €65 quarterly together? That's what this boils down to. And you forward your legislation as though it's some principled, you say, you took a principled decision. My goodness, a principled decision to put your hand into the pocket of a woman raising a household of small children who doesn't sleep at night with worry in terms of how she will make her bills. And you regard that, Taoiseach, as a principled position. I would say to you that that is a disgraceful thing to do. And none of your highfalutin and condescending rhetoric can disguise that fact.
Question, please.
People cannot afford these bills. You say that you're acting on a proposal from the Law Reform Commission from a number of years back. That proposal does indeed exist. But you're not fooling anybody. This is all about Irish water. This is all about the public resistance to what is an unfair imposition on struggling families. And people see this. This is government saying to the people, the working poor, because many of those struggling are at work, Taoiseach, I presume you know that,
Deputy, you're over
saying
time,
to them that you don't care about their living circumstances, that you don't care about their day-to-day struggles, that if they don't cough up, you're going to stick your hand in their pocket anyway. That's what you're saying to them.
Deputy,
and that's
please.
the message that people hear.
So
answer my original question, last Concordia, because I didn't, not that it's terribly unusual, actually get an answer. What do you say to that woman in that struggling household? What do you suggest she set aside to put together the €65? Or are you happy to give her even more sleepless nights as she worries about how and when your hand will be stuck into her pocket or her purse and take bread off the table and from her children? That's the reality, Taoiseach. That's the reality of the people that I represent, and they want you to hear that message, and they want you to respond to it. If you would be so good as to give an answer.
Taoiseach.
Well,